Now stick with your happy healer, Keith Landy, for president and continue to be shocked in the most pleasant ways. We need true heart and leadership qualities that start with love and end with the right decisions in the moment that matters. The moment of truth. I'm a business person, and any business person or a person of action will tell you it's the only moment that we have the greatest effect on change. Oh, and we do intend on changing things, so we better work for the right ends. And that the means are more than a measure of a man. They're the measure of a nation's spirit working hard to gain a life worth living. That living and that life is a life we should have had. It's the life that we should have had, our time, our sustenance too. And instead we have what seems to be a new phenomena. I remember when it was shocking when 25-year-olds were still at home, but now you have many 40-year-olds having to live with relatives and make the best of hard times. Why is that when America's experiencing a very predictable boom given the tough work during the Obama administration by the American people mostly, and of course the anticipated Trump tax cuts to businesses together with lowering regulations? Why is it during these times when America is on an upswing, it only seems to work for the working class in the ways that they can only finally meet the needs of their immediate situation? By no means is this a solid hope for a long and sustained, natural, healthy, happy life like they're entitled to in America, where these good times make billionaires just discover new ways to keep us prisoner in one way or another through their system of greed. It will never end, this horrible cycle, until we put humanity above capitalism, and then Americans know they have their answer. They won't put up with this much longer. It will only last for so long. We know why they are upset. They're way overworked, and they're underpaid, and they're told that their purpose and value comes from the slave labor that they are forced to do. Because when you can use technology to get people onto a life worth living, because the technology and the robot can do even more cheap and better what the humans do, it allows us to grow and evolve in ways that many humans in this reality don't want to see. They're doing well, the billionaire class, and in the meantime, we are not. They are way overworked and way underpaid, and they're tired of being slaves in the richest country in America and told that their purpose and value comes from being America's forced slave labor force. And that's what it is when you refuse to use technology to get people out of their jobs and onto a life worth living. That they get value from something other than a thankless job that robots can do cheaper and better. It'll allow us to grow in ways that the elite and many don't want to see. They like things the way they are. But even they are blind to how great it would be to have a super consumer class in America, and then that raises all tides. Yes, human isolation and idolizing seems to settle down as people realize there's more important aspects to life. But that we allow them the time to figure this out is essential, and that we support them in this time of growth is essential, and that we give them this time back, and that we give them their time back, so that we can achieve our long-term goals of self-determination and self-sufficiency and global domination. It doesn't sound so great until you don't have it, and those who serve the righteous cause of life and freedom must be able to protect their very way of life, culture, and indeed, American culture, which is also under attack by an ungrateful and forgetful populace edged on by nefarious forces, not least concerned about the future of Americans, their happiness, or even their existence. I want to get things done for the American people. As so, we can do so much better in the future in ways that we seem to be addicted to failing now. When we realize our new future together, we'll also meet the demands of our times, the problems which are so grave, and the threats which are so real in reality and so short in time and so complicated by a confused populace, coupled by lack of urgency and a lack of interest of even solving this problem. Indeed, the American people are just confused, and it's not on purpose, and we are at war. They're confused about that. It's most frustrating for the people who can understand it. This truth, we have to expand this truth. This truth must spread, as I say, because truth keeps us alive, and a truthful, honest, loving heart with the unbiased truth, with, of course, those of us who think critically, realize that it's the soft civil war which is being stoked on all sides from Trump on down. With your happy healer for president, we reject that idea. And we are working for the American people's interest in confronting our greater national security threats and the monumental challenges of our time. And that is what we are working for, my American brothers and sisters. God bless you, God bless America, and we'll see you soon right here. Take care.